Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Peace, peace,
How's
peace,
everybody doing?
everybody. Greetings. Welcome to
Greetings.
Cover Me Cute podcast.
Hello.
Come on in,
Cover
y'all.
me cute. How you doing, Sister Monique, the
I'm
rock
doing good.
star?
I'm doing good, Sister Mariam. How are you today?
I am blessed by the Almighty, favorite of all times, the one that had graced me this morning. Allah, Allah, Allah. I
Yes,
can't say it.
yes.
I almost got Tourette's. Allah, Allah. I gotta
Right.
say it. Allah,
A lot, a
Allah.
lot, a lot, a lot.
That's right. Sister Treese, the
Yes, ma'am.
seamstress for the seamstress with the boutique, Miss Mahogany. How you
Hey,
doing
how
this
you?
week?
I'm good, Queen. How you feeling?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome,
So
welcome.
are we ready? Are
We are
we ready? Are
ready.
we really ready to talk about this? Like we
Yeah.
talking about what's the topic today, Sister Mo?
The topic is just because it's your birthday doesn't mean you have to come out in your birthday suit.
Yeah, we got it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I'm just participating. I didn't say it though.
I said it. I said it. Yes.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to
So I
Allah.
see we got Miss Princess Harvey on the line. Thank you for
Woo!
tuning in with us. Thank you very much, Princess. Would you care to help us at this very particular moment? It is 8:01. I'm going to open us up in prayer before we go any further. So can everyone please take a position that is most comfortable for you in prayer as I give us an opening Fatiha. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the world, the beneficent, the merciful, Master of the day of judgment. You do we worship and your aid do we seek. Guide us on the right path, the path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not the path of those upon whom their wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray. Amen.
I
Amen.
mean,
Thank
I
you.
mean, that almost made me want to sing the MGT song.
I
With
know.
the MGT and the GCC,
bless
with
your
some
heart.
person training me up, trying to be.
So, my dear sisters, who all up in Brooklyn, all up in song today,
I
Right,
know,
right,
how
right.
y'all feeling today?
I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good. I think a lot. I am here. I am ready. This subject is going to be so bomb. I cannot wait till we delve into it. And walaikum salam, Sister Princess Harvey. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, ma'am. So let's go on to it, sisters. So let's get into it. The topic today is what?
The topic is just because it's your birthday don't mean you got to go out in your birthday suit. Come on now. We are queens. That's
That,
the last thing we're going to do is go out in a public realm with all of our adornments exposed. That is like, forget even trying to convince y'all to be covered. Now it's a security breach. Okay.
yes,
Now
yes.
you're setting yourself up to be in harm's way. So now we're not here to convince you to be modest. We're here to help you be modest because
Yes,
it's no
yes.
longer an option. It's no longer an option. You are now a modest woman.
You are now a modest woman. And the topic to me was kind of really, how can I say it? It touched me personally myself because myself, I used to deal with a problem of covering. And I don't understand why on my birthday I felt that my clothes had to get tighter. And sometimes my clothes got shorter. And you know how even when the belly got bigger, my clothes got tighter. Why? I don't understand that. So we
Right.
had to figure out what is it. I always wanted to figure out what made us feel that we had to uncover because it was our birthday. I mean, who wants to see some of the stuff that some of us showing? And I'm sorry, y'all, bless your heart. But on your birthday, it used to always be to me that you dressed nice because you were like celebrating yourself. You were thanking God for another year. But are we actually celebrating Him when my skirt is like showing all the backsides and oh my God bless America? Are we celebrating Him anymore? Or thanking Him for another year? I mean, we are. Come on, y'all, help me out. I'm confused. I'm really
Teach,
confused.
teach, sis.
listen, see, you got me over here stuttering and stammering. I'm gonna tell you, I, I done did it. I'm telling you, sometimes I didn't come out of the house until it was my birthday, and when I did come out of the house, it was to show off.
See?
It was for me to show off what I thought I had.
Right.
It's like, you don't really feel like you have it unless you flaunt it.
Right.
Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you really don't feel like you have it until you want it. But see, when we have sisters of like-mindedness that come together to form the covering of in unity, you have to form that in unity. You have
Yes.
like-minded people that's with you. I remember one time when I was in downtown at the what they call it, the river walk or something like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna tell you, I had on a mini skirt, a halter top. I don't think I even had on a bra, but I saw some people that saw me and said, "That's you." And what do you do? What do you do?
You be like this. No, it ain't me. It's me.
You
I
know,
didn't did that
do you
before.
do? You
Out
know,
here showing all. I mean, and have been caught. You know, it never fails. Salam alaikum, sister.
Walaikum salam, Sister Christine
Christine.
Taylor. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, brother Mutaka.
Walaikum salam, Brother Mutaka.
You
Thank
know,
you for
it
joining
never
us.
fails. Every time when you out and you out there cutting up, don't Allah send somebody to come bring you back in line. I have
Hey,
been, man. I thought I was being cute one day, and here I come stepping out. It was my birthday. I don't know. I think I was turning 35. And you know, when we're in our 30s, sometimes I think 30 is the age where you lose
you can't
all.
tell nobody nothing in their 30s.
You lose all your goodnesses in your 30s. I don't know. I think if you faithful, God bless you a little bit more sense in your 40s. We hope so. But in my 30s, I kind of went cuckoo, and I was literally went and bought a one of them tight little dresses, and I knew I was showing out because I went to the skating ring, and my brother was like, "Fat girl." I was like, "Fat girl? Here you come, fat girl for?" He said, "Your belly button showing," but I had got so big that you know how your belly button disappear. You got that little circle on your dress, it's just like a hole.
I'm funny.
Out of pocket. That was my I never want to dress again. Then I realized, you know what, ma'am, you're out of pocket. This is just because it's your birthday. Do not mean you got to come out here showing all your parts and pieces and things that's supposed to be seen in the house. So after that, I said, you know, I caught myself when age 40 came. I got a little bit. God bless me, a little more of my sense back. Age 50, he's really blessed me with more sense because now at age 50, I was completely covered head to toe. I even had socks on. So, I mean, it was like complete, nothing showing, nothing missing, it was on point. So the blessing of that was, I guess it's an age thing. I don't know. Or is it part of this world that makes us want to be naked? I don't get it. Help me out, y'all.
Listen, I don't even know. I can't even speak on it because I'm guilty. Like I'm so guilty, you know. But see, when you start when God started doing this,
mm-hmm.
You know, you said in your 30s and then you hit your 40s. By the time you hit 50, you knew better.
I hope
you
so.
Had already had the self-accusing spirit. You done already did your self-analysis. You done already sat back and had your MGT class, and everybody done told you. A civilized woman gonna put on some clothes,
especially when them pieces and parts don't look the way they used to when you was in your 20s.
Not only that, let's take it to another dimension of modesty. When it's our birthday, we like to degrade ourselves by calling ourselves, yeah, I'm that B. It's
Come on.
my birthday, I'm that B. So that's not a form of modesty when we are disrespecting our own self. Why don't we take on the trend of saying, yes, I am that queen.
Yes.
You know, I give birth to God. Take on that mindset, because when we call ourselves that B word, everybody knows that that's a female dog. Like everybody knows that. And if you don't know it now, you do know it. So once you use that terminology towards yourself, you're calling yourself a female dog. So that we have to be modest in our thinking and our words as well.
Come on.
The covering, it has to start somewhere though. So when you see, if you don't have something pulling on your spirit, some people really don't know.
Yes.
You have so many young women that's out here that that's how they feel they have to dress. I mean, you have people that will dress up in full body cat suits and you can see through them, and they got on the heels and these extra long 7-inch fingernails. I mean, there's no modesty whatsoever.
No,
but when we come into the nation and tell us that, a lot of it has to do with what you eat.
Yes.
Come on.
If you and eating is not just about what you're putting in your mouth.
Yes.
So when I say something about what you eat, and you be like, huh? What do you mean? You got to cover this. This is the first brain that needs to eat, and you have to feed this in order to get the rest of this to do everything else that needs to go on.
Come on, Mary.
So, you when you get the brain, everything else will follow. But if you have a lot of people that's out here that's lost. Yes. And they really don't know. And then they'll see us and then say, oh, don't nobody want to dress like you. Oh, I don't want to dress like you. That ain't gonna catch no man. That ain't gonna, honey, you not catching no man.
Caught a cold for your birthday.
Listen, let me bear witness to this. I came to the nation about 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. And one of the first couple lectures that I learned and listened to when I sat down, it was the minister said, you cannot dangle meat in front of a dog and not expect him to bite. Ooh. Now, I may be paraphrasing. I'm sure somebody going to come back and say, oh, he didn't say that exactly. So pardon me if I said that wrong. However, we getting the gist of what it is. Now, let me go down into this a little bit more for you. Mm-hmm. So one day I had to go to an appointment, and I'm already in a month, but I'm stepping outside. I've already went through my orientation processing and everything. So I already know when I come out of the house, I'm supposed to look like I'm a representative. We already know this, right? However, I went to this appointment thinking, I didn't think that I need to be a representative while I was walking through the doors to this particular facility that I was going to, because I didn't want to look overdressed, right? So I'm sitting there and, waiting on people to call me in line, and I'm watching this man watch a woman. And this woman had on like some booty short, biker short type stuff, right? She had on a t-shirt with no bra, and it was it almost looked like it was a t-shirt for her toddler that was on the side of her, right? And her hair was in a scarf. She had it like wrapped up inside a scarf, and she had one of those little small ponytails with the thing that come out at the top, like maybe she was getting ready to go get her hair done and put a waterfall on top of it. You understand? And I watched this man look at her. I watched him grab his crotch.
Oh,
while he was looking at her. And something said, think about what the minister just said. You just heard those words.
He dangled that meat in front of that
man. She dangling and don't even realize what she dangling.
Bless her heart.
And that man was sitting there. Mm-hmm. I mean, we in public.
Yeah.
And he's sitting here like he is right there in front of him. It was just full view, and there was nothing anybody could do. Now, I was just wondering to myself, if she had been dressed a particular way differently, like maybe how we're dressed in a particular way, or maybe just had on more clothes, a jogging suit probably wouldn't have, been as bad. He probably wouldn't have been sitting there like that. And I probably would have never seen that for me to digest that message, because that's you can hear a message, you can hear the lecture, but you're not going to underhear that lecture until you walk away from it.
Come on, you physically saw it.
You're not going to hear it until you walk away. See, when you walk away from it, that's when you learn what you just heard. I heard that. I heard the minister say this in the lecture, and I get to bear witness to what I just heard.
Come on.
Now, I don't want no man looking at me like that. See? I don't want nobody looking at me like that, and then I can't see what he doing behind me. I mean, I don't have no head, no eyes back here.
Right.
So how would that make you feel for you to turn around and see a man groping himself because he's looking at you? That's the kind of attention you want?
No, ma'am.
That's deep. Treese, what you got to say about that?
No, I mean, she has really said it straight. I many a times we have all walked out and you've seen, I know in California, remember we're sunshine 24 hours a day. People think it is like that, but majority of the time it is sunshine. So you see all the women come out and they're already, like I said, especially on their birthday, you see people, the newest thing is sheer. And so all the dresses now are sheer. So I literally was in the Rouse one day spending some money I shouldn't have been spending. And I'm looking at the guy, the security guard. And the security guard was he had his eyes so fixed on this lady's, as I mentioned, her basketballs, because they was dribbling. She was dribbling big time this day because we don't wear foundations like we should. And then these young girls don't know about no foundations. But this girl's basketball was dribbling, and the security guard was fixed, and he had his eyes just all stuck on her. And I walked past him. I said, I could steal this whole store right now. You wouldn't even realize it. And he looked at me and he was like, oh, what? I said, I'm watching you, watching her. And he just looked at me. He just said, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. I was like, yeah. I said, you out of pocket. I said, now, but then I told him, I said, but I understand, brother. I appreciate that you are a real live man. Like you're going to look. Right. And so we should have more respect for ourselves than to bring it out to like your brother, like sister said, to lure you like that. You know what I mean? Yes. Because what my mama say, however you got him, that's all you're going to get to keep him. Brother Nuri said, if he wants legs and thighs, send him to KFC.
Right. That's right. That's right. Hey, sis, we got a comment from we got a couple comments over here. I want to take a second. Sister, let me see. Princess Harvey is laughing. Okay, I think that was something that we was talking about. And this is Sister Kamaria. She says she's here. Thank you for visiting us. It says
Kamaria. Wait, you're famous, Sister
Originate. I like that name. It says Originate Poet Purple Rose. Tell me if I said that right. I apologize if I chopped it up. And then we have Brother Mutaka bear witness to what I said.
Mary, I want to Sister Kamaria that you're famous because we used your words, your accolades in our reel for our advertisements for our group. So thank you so much for that, sis.
Oh yeah, thank you. This is the one that did the the advertisement. Thank you. Oh, organic. That's what she's saying. Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you. Okay, Brother Mutaka has a comment here. He says the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that most of our sisters have it backwards. Our sisters go out in public with little clothes on and put more clothes on at home. Yes.
Come on,
yes.
Brother. Yes, can I please tap into that? Thank you, Brother Mutaka, for that, because that brings to mind that modesty is also for our men. We have to help them. They do not, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but we have to help our brothers be right. We have to set that tone. And that's why the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that 75% of the work is with the female, because that's the cross that we have to bear. Yes, not fair and all this and all that, but that's the job. That's the assignment. And in the Bible, 1 Peter 3:3-4, do not let your adorning be external, the braiding of hair and the putting on of gold jewelry or the clothing you wear, but let your adorning be the hidden person of the heart with the imperishable beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is God's sight is which in God's sight is very precious. So that's telling you right there that Allah treasures us. And if we're something that he treasures, that means we have to be guarded in every way possible. Like, we can't let people, especially men, have easy access to us. That no longer exists. No. That's not because we think that we all are that. That's not the case. We just know that we belong to a higher power, and you can't just do or come to us any type of way. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, sister. We got At My Sister House Talk Show just kicked in.
Happy Savior's Day. Yes, that is my sister. Praise be to Allah. Thanks for joining us, sis.
Going back to what you lean on that too about I read something. They said usually the best candy is what? It's wrapped.
Yes, come on.
And if you saw a piece of candy on the ground and it didn't have no wrapper on it, would you eat it?
Right.
You even walk to it, you be looking at it like I'm leaving that for the ants. I ain't gonna fool with that. But we have now had to realize that we are the treasure. And if you are a piece of candy, the best candy is wrapped. So why would I want to have all my what the little girl said? My milkshake, bring the boys. So I'm not bringing them. No, you supposed to keep it in a jar and cover it up and don't let the air get to it. So nothing happen to it. We have just become so free for all.
Yes.
That we don't even we have, like you said, it's our protection also for our husbands, because how would you feel if another man came up behind you because you were uncovered and your husband in the store? Now his instinct, I know we ain't gonna talk about the maintainer, but this one right here, he just not even going like, brush the 10-second rule. No, sir, bless your heart.
He said 10-second rule. No.
Let somebody touch.
So what? That's without the wrapper. That's without the wrapper.
Right.
No, we ain't eating nothing off the ground 10 seconds in California. Too many dogs. But after 10,
not behind COVID.
Each one of us got one of the maintainers at our house to where let them touch you. It's a wrap.
Listen, let me tell you, sis, how tight would our sisterhood be if we all thought that way? We covered our thoughts. So if brother so-and-so come to me, I'm shutting it down. No, because I'm a cover girl. I don't play that. Or brother so-and-so come to Sister Mary. She like, listen, I'm a chase woman. I don't play them games. Or brother so-and-so come to Sister Tree. She's like, listen, I am a married woman. I take my vow seriously. Like the brothers would have no choice but to be right. And our sisterhood would be so tight. And that's how you gain trust amongst each other. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's the cross that we have to bear as women.
Yes.
And it starts by being modest, the way that you think and carry yourself.
Send him home.
Sorry. So is he. So
yes, ma'am.
Oh, we got a comment, y'all.
Our sister said what she said. Our dress is our shield from the evils of come on, sis, from the evils of this world.
Right.
If they only
any threat to our sisters are dealt with extremely seriously. Absolutely.
Come on, extreme prejudice.
Because this ain't easy. This ain't easy. When we out here and we have to look at all the women that's out here that's showing everything in the world, sometimes that can make even the most confident woman feel unconfident about herself because she think that she in competition with that. Baby, let me tell you, come on up in here. It ain't here. It ain't here because you don't have nothing that I don't have.
But you notice you get more compliments when you cover. You ever notice that?
Yeah,
compliments. Are you kidding me? You get the compliments, you get the doors open, you get the hey queen. They say assalamu alaikum from 2 blocks down the street when they see
they be like, can
Absolutely.
I take a picture with you? They be like,
can I take a picture with you? And then you never see them again. I'm like, okay, yeah, hey. They be like,
can you show my wife how to dress like you? I don't know, your wife gonna punch you, talk to me, but can you show my wife how to dress like you?
Have your wife
look,
tell him to have your wife call me so we can talk, because then that way I can get to her mind. See, when you get to her mind, then he gonna come behind her.
There you go. Come on, teach.
And let's not forget, what did the most honorable Elijah Muhammad say? And a lot of people like to ridicule this statement, but I'm so glad he made this. And I'm paraphrasing, y'all. When he's talking about if a sister was raped or harmed, the first question that he asked is, what was she wearing? What did she have on? And they be like, oh my God, it don't matter. She's a woman. She shouldn't have got her. Yeah, all of that's right.
Wear whatever she
shouldn't have got all of that taken. That is true. But what did she have
on? Dave Chappelle said it. Remember Dave Chappelle? He said, he made a question. And Dave Chappelle asked Monique, we done lost her signal. She be back. There you go. Hey, you back. He said, Dave Chappelle said, you walk around in the wrong uniform. And then you get mad when people come and ask you, when they hit on you in that level. If you walked around in a police outfit and people came to you, then they look at you like, I need help. Somebody stole my purse. And she said, but I'm not a policeman. Well, why you wearing a police uniform? He said, so when you walk around in a uniform of a streetwalker and then the man come out to you, he's coming at you as a level streetwalker, don't get mad, but you got on that uniform. Right. He just coming to you from the uniform he used to you seeing. Like you said, you see a fireman, I expect him to put the fire out.
Yeah, come on.
Right. That's two glasses. That's two glasses. One glass, and I'm not saying that sisters that don't dressed like us are dirty. But when you make the comparison to the glasses,
Yes.
I would rather have the glass that don't have no stains on it, that I can see through it clearly, and I know that I'm drinking the water that I'm anticipating that is supposed to be for me, versus having a glass that got the stain in it, and it's the same amount of water, but that glass don't look that clean.
Yes.
You know, so, and I hope that that's not misinterpreted, because that's not, I'm not calling anybody dirty. It looked like we just lost Sister Treese for a moment. She just came out. So, okay, so what we got? We got Sister Heck of a, hey, assalamu alaikum, sis.
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Heck of a Mecca. Shout out to Sister
Queen.
Heck, y'all. We wait. We gotta say our thank yous to Sister
To sis, because she hit behind that scene for us.
Yes.
She got us on and popping. We
Yes,
thank you,
she
sis,
did.
so
Thank
much.
you, sis, that she just gave birth to a new guy. So with all of that going on, because that's a whole lot, y'all know. We all know about that. So thank you, sister, for donating your time.
Thank you.
She
you.
helped
We
us
appreciate
analog
you.
people all up in this digital world.
Yes. It's because of her we're on the air right now. So
That's right.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's right.
Thank you, Queen.
Because we were going to use a different platform, but after coming on a talk show with the Minister podcast, and I was telling y'all how this seems like it was better than what we were going to use. So, you know, I'm happy that, you know, he even said, well, she helped him get everything together. So that's why I told her, said, let's see if the sis will help us. You know, and then we were able to get that schedule. So, you know, thank you very, very much for taking your time out of your day. And because that's a lot. So, and you just had a baby. Look,
that's what I'm saying.
Bless your heart.
All of that going on.
Bless your
that's
heart.
a lot going on, you know.
But other than that, Queens, I mean, come on, we are doing it. I'm having a good time perusing this conversation, and my sister took it to a beautiful level spiritually, and we done perused it on all kind of levels. The next part of what we were talking about, when Monique said, also she talked about covering your mind, what you put in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice a lot of the songs now. We were younger. What was the song? Happy Birthday to You. And then you had Stevie Wonder came out and said, and then you now after that, when the 90s came, then what happened? You had Uncle
Trey
Luke.
Songz.
It's your birthday. And everybody was twerking. And then you had what's the boy named Kanye and 2 Chainz told you all they want for their birthday. We ain't gonna talk about what they want for their birthday, but you know the song.
Then you gotta blame it on alcohol.
For your birthday, you had to blame on that. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. And then he had his new child. She talking about do it like it's her. What we doing for your birthday, child? Was I eat some cake and ice cream? But she was twerking and everything on her birthday. So we haven't covered our minds properly because we have invited all this filth in it. So now what are we doing? What is our mentality once our mind is full of all this filth and this trash? You know, now we have become more on a level of we're just savage. I was talking to our minister yesterday, and I'm gonna let I know Mary looked like she got something to say, so I'm gonna let her bust it out. But I was talking to the minister, and he was talking about these children, and I said, you know, this world has a grasp on them. It's almost like it's like hooks pulling them in. And he said, and he made the comment to where it's almost, he said, like the Hellraiser hooks. And I had to put that in my mind. I'm like, Hellraiser hooks. That's serious. That our children are that, the pull is so strong to them. There's something like holding them there. But then we have to think of what do? 24 hours, they got this in their hand, like I got in my hand all the time. So it's almost like they said, the devil be sitting in our living room, but now he's right in our hand.
Mm-hmm.
And he's conveniently right in our hand. I mean, we even wake up at night. I know I ain't the only one. Don't act like I'm the only one. You wake up at night, you don't even say thank you, Allah, for waking me up, or alhamdulillah, but I turned over, I'm still here. First week, let me see who's on. Did somebody come in?
Do I have any orders?
Yeah, we have. So we have took the devil out the living room, put him right in our head. He sleeping in the bed with us.
Yes. You know, I saw a gentleman. I apologize about that. She said it looked like I had something to say.
Yeah, you looking like you had something to say.
I had something to say.
You looking
I got something to say. Let me tell you what I'm about to say here real quick.
Say it, girl, say it.
I heard this brother say that he died. He's a pastor somewhere, and I can't find this clip, but I've seen it floating around. He said he died. And he said when he died, he said he went to hell. And he said hell is an actual place. He said it's an actual place. And his spirit went to hell. And he said, he gave a description of what the devil looked like. He said this devil is like a dog on a chain, and he's being controlled by another entity that is Satan himself. And he says how over into this other little place, they speak telepathically. However, he was like the music that he was like they were playing music, and he said that this music that they was playing was Rihanna. Now I'm only saying what he's saying, so don't y'all come back at me talking about some slandering and this, that, and the other, because I ain't on that. Because people be quick to be like, she's slandering Rihanna's name and defamation of character. Don't do that, because
don't do that.
So
do that, y'all.
He said that they were playing her song, and his conversation was how after he was lifted back up out of hell, because he was trying to figure out like all the good things he had done. Why did he go to hell? And he said because of his heart. He said because you can go around here, you can do all the good things in the world, but if your heart is not forgiving to those that trespassed against you, how can you forgive those, in that state of mind or whatever? But however, sis, look, he then began to break down how music was how Satan was in the music. And he says that you got to think about what you hear on the radio, the music, all the music that's being played right now. If it's not gospel wise or something spiritually uplifting you, it's of Satan. And It's just funny, and I'm just saying this because of what you just said about what we listening to, and how we got these devices, and how we got the devil right here next to us. And I just wanted to say that before I forgot about it, because I'm gonna find this clip. I'm gonna find it, inshallah, maybe, and then by the time we come back and do the next one, I'll be able to play that for y'all, so y'all be able to hear it and understand what I was saying. There will be another continuation coming up that we're not done talking to y'all, so I hope y'all come back.
Oh yeah,
Sister Mo.
We
she
got
put her glasses on. What she reading?
She put her glasses on. Yeah, she finna get serious.
Put her glasses on. She didn't get serious. What's going on with you?
Any comments in the audience? We got any comments?
No, they watching.
Praise be to Allah, Sister Ameka. I don't see anything else right now unless I'm froze.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I want to come out the Bible again. I wrote down in my notes. The Bible teaches that modesty is important for both men and women. In 1 Timothy 2:9-10, Paul says, I also want women to dress modestly with decency and propriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or expensive clothes, but with good deeds appropriate for women who profess to worship God. He goes on to say in verse 11 that a woman's adornment should be not with outward adornment, such as braided hair and the wearing of gold jewelry and fine clothes. Lastly, the problem with immodesty is that it can be a distraction to both men and women. It can cause us to focus on the wrong things, and it can cause us to objectify each other. When we dress modestly, we are more likely to be seen as people and not as objects.
Praise now, y'all, let me say something. Do you know that it's a sin? Do you know that he is just as responsible for the sin of you lusting upon him if he is not dressed modest and you see something in him that makes you lustful for him? He's responsible for that sin, just like you're responsible for making him lust over you. Right. Without your modesty. I just wanted to throw that in there while you.
And men think that they can't. You hear men. Oh, that's only for women, brother.
Right.
We have seen some things we shouldn't see either. Some of y'all got these little suits that's made by these folks from Europe, and your pants is really
the gray jogging pants.
We ain't gonna talk about
the gray jogging pants.
Come on, it's sweatsuit season. You might as well have on a mini skirt.
It looks so horrible. That's nasty. Horrible.
I mean, we ain't gonna talk about y'all with them sweatsuits. No, we ain't gonna go there. No, but I'm telling you, some of them suits are so tight, and they're making the coat shorter. Have you noticed that the coats are shorter? So now I know
pants are shorter.
No, the pants are way shorter. They walk around look like the fifth Beatle. Some of these men talk about them. I have literally
They outdoing Pee Wee Herman.
girl. Come on. A sister came to me one day and told me, she said, them European cut suits, yes, they are disgrace. Why the sister told me, she said, sis, tell your son he can't be wearing them little European suits. And then she asked me, is he married? I said, you out of pocket. You out of pocket. But that suit was so tight.
Why she asking?
Like, what is wrong with you people? Go get you one of them Steve Harvey suits with them big old legs and them big wide jackets that come all the way down. They look nice. Come on.
They ain't got to be so much, but they, depending on their physique or however.
Cut it out. We're gonna teach y'all your modesty lines too, but
we coming for the brothers. We coming. It's a segment coming up for y'all. We coming for you.
Because some of y'all on your birthday think you supposed to come out in these little tank tops and all this other kind of stuff. And then what was the summer? This hoochie daddy shorts they had on all summer. Ain't nothing cute about you, a grown man with some little dolphin shorts on. That was the 70s, and that wasn't cute then.
I didn't say it.
I said dolphin shorts.
I didn't
say it. You remember them dolphin shorts? You remember them dolphin shorts? Cut it out. You ain't that young. You ain't that old. You remember them shorts.
Yes.
But
But see, nowadays, you know what it is too, y'all. I'm learning that we as women, I'm gonna just say particularly Black women, we have been stripped of our morale. Like, we're comfortable going out in our birthday suit. Like, we don't feel any shame. Like, we have been stripped of that, because there used to be a time where, you know what I mean, we took pride in being a covered woman. Because I know my mother, she, even on Sunday, like, she would dress up, her hair would be covered, she would do the fancy hats, and she dressed, and and she was covered.
Yes.
And we have Mary left out. I guess she'll have to get bumped back in. But I'm just saying, like, overall, like, our tone as Black women, we have become very comfortable in our nakedness. And then we have these millionaires, billionaires is making all of this money off of modern clothes. Hello, modesty is $1 billion industry. You know what I mean? And that's the nature of Cover Me Cute. That's why we built Cover Me Cute, to help women learn how to dress modestly. Like, you don't have to know how. We will be here to help you and guide you. If you have any questions, please take advantage of our services. We have a comment.
Yeah, the sister said, I think some people have an issue with being modest because they don't know it's as simple as finding a good seamstress or a tailor that they don't feel comfortable because their clothes aren't fit for them. No, you're so right. The clothes that the Europeans make are not for you.
Yes.
Sisters think being modesty or covered means being oppressed. Oh, that's a good one, brother. Come on. Because, I mean, we all had to fight through that. I know I did. I used to think that, when I first came to the nation, of covering my hair, that was the first thing, because I actually had hair back then. Now, before I started going crazy with the scissors, had a Britney moment. I'm about your business. But, other than that, we cover my hair and cover my legs, because I used to think that my legs are really nice, So I used to walk around in shorts, even in the wintertime. So that was a fight for me. And when I realized that you look so much better, and the comments that came from my husband, and even my father told me one day, he said, I like you better like this than you was like that. That's when I said, okay, it kind of hit me in the head to catch myself a little better, and be more confident in my covering and embrace my covering. As you notice now, I rarely go out without my hair covered. Rarely.
Go ahead,
I'm not bragging.
Brother Mutaka said sewing is a dying art, and we rely on Europeans to clothe us. Well, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not putting no salt on nobody, but that's the reason why we got 7 units. I learned how to sew when I was in grade school. Not to tell my age, but we used to have home ec, and in home ec they taught us how to cook.
Yes,
they taught us. They taught us how to sew. Yes. And the boys learned mechanics and wood shop. at that point in time. And so you learn a lot of basics, hand needle sewing and all that type of stuff. But then as you come in, if you embrace Islam and come into the nation, you start learning those 7 units all over again. One is that we're sewing.
Yes.
We're sewing. So and we have a whole year. That was a year? We took a whole class? 2 years. Hand sewing, and then we got sewing machines. I don't know a person that's walking around. I see a lot of sisters that saying, "Can you still make? Can you still make? Can you still make?" And I heard some sisters say, "Well, after the sewing class, if they still asking us to make them this and the other stuff, we have to charge them more money because there's no reason for you not to sew."
Go ahead, Monique, because she go ahead.
I was just listening to the Final Call radio station this morning, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was teaching about what we all talking about our 7 units and learning how to sew. And he said, when you look at every society, the Asians, Jews, whatever they believe, they always have their place of worship, and they always have a school next door to build the values that they believe in with their academic curriculum. Except for Black people, you know what I mean? So we had these schools set up, and we followed the economic blueprint of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and start setting these schools up and training our children when they were young how to sew, because this is something we're going to have to do on our own. We can't depend on, like other people to do it. We have to step up and do it ourselves. And that's still also a form of modesty, because you're covering down on your family. Modesty, I keep telling y'all, modesty is just, don't put modesty in a box with like just dressing nice, because that's the final stage.
Yes.
But real quick, I want to add this to Brother Mutaka's comment, because he was talking about, some people think that dressing modestly is oppressed. I want to parse the word. So oppressed means burdened with cruel or unjust impositions or restraints, subject to burdensome or harsh exercise of authority or power. So by dressing modest, how does any of those that I just said exist? The way that we're taught to dress in our classroom is liberating. It's liberating because not only are you covered as a form of protection, then you get to be creative. You get to be a trendsetter. You get to have somebody say, "Oh my God, how did you do that? I want to look like you." You get to take control and power of what you want the world to see you. And if we're really modest women, not to be preaching y'all, but if we're really modest women, then we're already seeking to gain God's favor.
Yes.
So why not dress the part of Mary in the Bible? Because that's who we are anyway. Am I right?
Yes, you're right, Queen. You're right. And another thing, when we talk about sewing being dying art, we have to remember too, you don't have the same parts that the Europeans have. You understand what I'm saying? You have parts that it takes more fabric to cover, and they have most of the actual standards of clothing is made by their models. Yeah. And if their model, the average European woman is mid 6 o'clock straight surfboard. The average Black woman, she got some things that go a couple different ways and go out and roundabouts. So you have to make sure, if you don't be a seamstress, I'm learning how to, cover those extra parts in different ways and how to make it to where it's still attractive. Right. It's still modest and it's still stylish. Because like I said, when we go to the average stores, if you notice, and some of y'all have more parts than others, the pants don't fit right. I know you bear witness to it. Your pants, you literally have all of the pants. Literally have you have to buy 2 sizes too big to even give them to go over the other part. Right. And then they
do all of that.
Yeah, just to make their clothes fit us properly. Right. So when
some of us got that dip in our back.
Yes, there it goes. You
not just that we just got that. We got the dip in our back. That slope.
That art, that natural
slope, art, right? That right there. You see?
Yeah, some of y'all got basketball. Yes.
Now you're gonna be all awkward because you got to find a belt to hold that down.
Yeah, it don't work. It don't work. Yes, ma'am. But then another thing too with sewing being a dying art, it goes back into, if you look at we have been blessed to have things given to us for free, and we're not going to go into that too much, but the blessing is that these now are things that you can take that dying art and you can feed your family. You should not be hungry. It's no reason or no way on why on God's green earth we have allowed someone who is not us, and she has taken, I'm teaching, I'm preaching, I'm sorry y'all, but she has taken all our 7 years and she's a billionaire. Because we go, I don't want to sew. I don't want to cook. I don't want to do this. Well, let me go on now. I'm gonna start preaching again. That's why you don't have no husbands. Because these are all the arts that we used to use to also grab the man. We getting far off the topic, but it's okay. I got us all preaching.
No, we right on topic.
We own it. We own it. Paulette Jackson said, right, we must remain modest. Right.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Exactly. We got to remain modest. And another way that we are trained, me, Treese, and Mariam, is we have a women's class that we go to every Saturday, God willing, or every opportunity that we get. And it's a women's only class. And it teaches us how to conduct ourselves at home and abroad. It teaches us how to be studious. It teaches us how to cook, how to sew. It teaches you how to get a man, how to keep a man. It covers every aspect of your life.
No, we gotta cover down on the children. Don't forget them babies, because
listen, it teaches us how to get children afterwards. Come on.
How to do what I hate doing the most, how to clean.
Yeah, listen, it teaches you how to clean. I'm telling you, I end up making a business out of one of my 7 training units. So, you know what I mean? And like I said, we have to be, whatever you want to call yourself, whatever belief you have, just dedicate your life to a system.
Yes.
And that's a form of modesty, a system to help you become a better individual. And there you go. You ain't got to be no Muslim per se. You ain't got to be no Christian per se, but you do have to be an intelligent woman, no matter what.
Well, look at here. It did any of the scriptures that you just gave us, did any of those come from the Quran? It's not. If I'm not mistaken, you quoted
the Bible.
From the Bible.
Come on, yeah, because you know the Bible.
So and I'm not saying it to question you. I'm putting it out there so that they can understand. We Muslims talking on this platform, but everything that you just said right now just came from the Bible.
Come on. Yes,
so,
ma'am.
What platform are y'all on?
Come on.
You gotta get on that platform.
Honesty has no religion. It's that's what we have to get off of, religious gangbanging. Right. You know, it's all a mindset. And what goes back into, we have 15 minutes left, a little bit less than that. We're going to go back to the beginning of understanding that this is what our goal was. You know, our goal is to help you to be more comfortable, to love yourself. But once you love yourself, like we talked about last week, once again, when you feel good, you look good, you feel good. That's and it goes back into the level of, yes, just because it is your birthday, look good and feel better. And then the sister said, well, yes, ma'am, so true. I have a hard time finding clothes to fit my size. That was my mother's problem. My mom was tall. She has long legs. But I go back again, I never saw her out of pocket. Ever. Never. You know, and they were so strict. I remember one year I came to church, and this is when I got 18. I thought I was cute. And I came to church with no stockings on. Cardinal sin. What did the little old lady do to me? She sat me in the back, put some kind of little cover over my legs, and then made sure that I did not move until it was time to go.
Look, she covered down on you.
Brother said basic instructions before leaving Earth. Bible.
Come on.
That's right.
Basic instructions before, that's my jam. That's but right. Yeah, the Bible. Come on.
So let me ask you, Sister Treese, what's that you got on?
I have on.
You got something mentioned behind you. What is
I know, I didn't plan to do that. That was like, we're not gonna talk about what life.
Wait, before you answer that, let me say something to Sister Christine Taylor. Do you know, if you ever get a chance to talk to any one of us, you can message any one of us. And okay, well, she says she's 5 feet. I'm 5'4". I'm not sure how tall Sister Mo is.
I'm 5'6".
So, so any one of us will be able to help you, whatever stores that it is that you're going to, we can tell you, or give you some type of direction. I when I first started going through my personal affliction with staying covered, excuse me, rainbows was my friend. I'm just saying it like that. Rainbows
Dennis,
was
I'm still shopping at Rainbow.
I'm just saying. I mean,
but-
you know, because that's where you were able to put it together. You can
Yes.
put the maxi dress and then get you a t-shirt. You know, even if the t-shirt had the little lace that came across the back part of the shoulder, you know, it didn't expose a whole lot, but it was a whole t-shirt.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, I went to it was CVS, I think it was. And at one point they had scarves for sale. It might have been Rite Aid, but they had scarves for sale. Like, as soon as you walk through, they have the water, they have scarves, they have all these little.
Yeah, they got some nice ones too.
And I racked up on scarves and started learning how to wrap my hair up all the time. So I started using the things that I had accessible, that I had access to.
And we see Rite Aid one more time, going 10%.
CVS has some really cute scarves too.
Yeah.
CVS, you want 10%. And Rainbow, we call your name again. We want another 10%. But other than that, we have seamstresses that are right here in front of you, and it makes it's one thing I've noticed and I strive to do is that I don't like to have a lot of clothes on. I have hot flashes. That's my business. But once we reach my age, you don't want to have 15 outfits on to look modest. I don't need 10 shirts on. It's not going to work. I'm never going to leave the house. So when we learn how to make things to where it's minimal, it's cute.
Yeah.
It's like what Mary has on. I don't think she has on too many layers. Minimal and cute. Go ahead, Mary. Stop.
Y'all want to see this?
Yeah.
Y'all want to see this? Okay, so I am a seamstress, and you know, I like boutique type style clothing. So now that I've gotten just a little bougie, but I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna let y'all see this. Now this is, look at this shirt. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Look, it's like a dress. Now somebody else will be like, "Oh, it's too much." No, you got this. If I was in your presence, trust me, you gonna want to rock this.
That's right. Where you get that
so
from?
comfortable.
I gotta put that in there. You're gonna want to rock this. Let me show you. Look at the arms.
Oh, you flat.
I love this. I love this.
That's so
And
comfortable. You got
look at it's very comfortable. It's very good. Look, I got my necklaces on. I got my earrings on. I got my tam on. I'm doing good. Wait, hold on.
Look at that blue and white in the tam and the bands.
These are pants. Hold on. These are pants.
Oh, you fancy.
Oh, Mary.
These are pants. Not if you know me, then you know how I am, right? So I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do this one time for y'all, just so y'all can see this. Look at this.
She finna show the shoes. She fancy.
Oh, look at you, Mary.
Now, if you know me, you know I love to make my Islam fashionable.
That's
like
right.
I said, if you see me in presence, you gonna want to rock this.
Rock it,
Mary, the blue and the band and your tam. Look at that matches the sleeve.
Houndstooth.
Color.
Oh, it's houndstooth. It's black and white.
Oh,
I love black and white.
Where you get that from, Mary? That's fly.
I got that from Crown's Mahogany.
Woo, Treese made that. Go ahead, Treese.
I got this from Crown's Mahogany. We had to get this in the mail before the maintainer seen how much, she was really trying to sell it for.
Yes, I love
Shameless plug. I'll take it.
I be having a bag back there. I be having a bag back on the shelf somewhere, and he be asking, "Who was that for?" We're like,
"Thank you, sister."
Yes, Princess. I am very fancy. I'm fancy, huh? That's right. I'm gonna have to play that for a song.
Go ahead.
Is it okay if I showcase my crown?
Oh, you better hurry up. You better do it.
Okay. Well, this is both made. This is made by Treese also. This is the tam. See, I'm rocking 2 headpieces. This is called a royal wrap. This is really long. It's the extended one. So I put that on first, right? Mm-hmm. And then I put the tam also made by Crowns by Mahogany by Treese. I put the tam on just to have like a little extra extended swagger to the game. If you understand what I'm saying. And also this has like a little opening right here. So I did the headband and made it into a neck sash. And then I just for extra layer of security for modesty, I just put a black layered underneath there.
Mm-hmm. She said extended swag. I like that. You just fancy, ain't you?
You know, we gotta take pride in our crown.
Yes, and I appreciate the shameless plugs, ladies. I do. I really appreciate it. I'll give you 10% later.
I'm a seamstress.
Man, you the girl.
And I just got to put it out there. I like what I like.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's just it. you know. So
I
I'm the same.
appreciate
And if you ever hear me when I'm giving my plug for Miss Mahogany for Crowns by Mahogany, the Crowns by Mahogany right here. I
Yeah.
am a seamstress with a seamstress. Not
Yes,
saying that
she
she
is.
specifically make me clothes, but when she do make something, she be like, "Hey, you like this?" I be
It's
like,
like,
"Yeah,
but honey, she
That's it.
shows out every time. She never misses.
every
All
time."
praise due to Lord. The sister said, "Yes, ma'am. I'll reach out. Thank you, Sister Treese. You welcome, girl. For my
Thank
fans,
you.
I wear them to work and get so many compliments, as you should, because you fly, you fancy. And we ain't gonna talk about them gray sweatpants, Sister Kamara. We're gonna come back and we're gonna have a show just for the brother to talk about them sweatpants, sis. And yes, Princess, she always fancy. I ain't never seen this one out of pocket. I don't even like her some days. I call her in the middle of the day, and she be so fancy in the middle of the day. I had to go in there and change my clothes just to be on the FaceTime with her. So that one, Mary.
Oh.
You know, we be body gang over here sometime in the house being Mo, but this one right here,
You know what? Mary never stopped the swag, and she said, "I don't care if I'm going to the store, if I'm going to be on Facebook, whatever it's going to be, I'm going to be looking cute." So
yes,
That's
she
me.
is.
That's
So
me.
a couple little shameless plugs, y'all.
Thank
Sister
you.
Mary, go and give your shameless plug since you to my left or my right. Yeah, I went to public school. Go ahead.
Yeah, you pointing at me right,
I'm pointing
right
at
here.
you. Go ahead.
Yeah, you pointing at me right here. I'm right here.
Hurry up, get your
Okay, so anybody that's coming out to Savior's Day, let me give this plug right here. I will be vending Sequential Beauty, where we do things in sequence. We take care of all that skincare from your head to your toes, and we got them stinky part stuff too. So I got something for that for the y'all that like to be organic, and we got some issues here. I got something for that. You need to stop at my booth. Come to my booth, Savior's Day. I'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sequential Beauty. Also, I do have two companies, so y'all bear me with 3 more seconds. Your Sister Stitches and Alterations, Your Sister LLC. That's me. I will be having my MGT GCC black and white handbags, the beige handbags with the black print. I will have the notebooks and ink pens in stock. I will, inshallah. And for those that don't know what that means, God willing, I will be making some pre-made masks, and they will be embroidered. So they will have the MGT or FOI on them, and then some of them will be plain. So give us a call. And then because my husband made all of that possible, I'm going to put him out, the humdinger himself.
Maintainer. Go ahead. She froze. Go ahead, Mo. While she froze.
I'm gonna just take us on now. Sister Monique Muhammad on all social media platforms. You know, my cleaning business, A Cleaning Woman LLC. Please follow that on all social media platforms as well. And if you know anybody in the Philadelphia surrounding areas, Camden, New Jersey, that needs their home clean, please reach out to me, acleaningwoman@gmail.com. Also, I am Monique the Rap Star, and I'm currently working on a project, the Inshallah. I was supposed to drop in January, and I didn't get to do it. So I'm just going to say for my birthday in March. So make sure you follow Monique the Rap Star on all social media platforms. Thank you very much. Love you all.
And me, I am Miss Mahogany. Yes, I stole the woman name. I fell in love with the movie, mind your business. But other than that, as you know me, I have Crowns by Mahogany. That's Crowns with a K, KROWNS by Mahogany. You can see the name right there. You can go to crownsbymahogany.com and get your turbans. As you see, each one of us have on today. Somebody is always kind of rocking my swag. Hey, Brother Will, we appreciate you seeing you tonight. Your wife got logged off. Try to get back in. Other than that, and also if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I'm Mahogany's Customs. Majority of my outfits are ones of a kind. It's my business. I just don't like to see everybody look alike. If you know me, you know me. Other than that, we appreciate you guys for hanging out with your sisters tonight. I'm finna go real fast because we got less than a minute left, and I don't want to hear y'all. Some of y'all probably ain't no dinner, nothing left. So, but here we go. We won't be here next week. We won't be here the week after, Savior's Day week. So we're gonna have a 2-week break. In that 2-week break, we will bring coming back. After back from the 2 weeks break, we have a special show that we will pump out for you guys too. The next topic is going to get
you don't want to miss it. I'm telling
you to talk about. We have a whole lineup ready to run for you guys. We thank each and every one of you. We appreciate if you like thumbs up and share. All your it don't hurt you. It ain't gonna hurt. Just stop your life if you hit the button with the little thumb on it. It ain't gonna hurt you if you hit the button with say a little share on it. Child, do it.
That's my maintainer right there. He said, "Hey, family."
Your maintainer right there. And to the maintainer, I had to give a little love to my maintainer because once again, as I say, he always allows me to do whatever harebrained scheme I come with. So I'm just giving you some love, baby. Go ahead.
I didn't give grace to my maintainer. Thank you for my wonderful husband for keeping the children quiet so I can do the podcast. Thank you.
Yes, because if you heard mine running back there screaming out, if you heard some cuss words or anything, that we had to rally the grandbabies. Mind your business. That's between us and Black Jesus, but we gonna deal with it. But that's how we got to deal with Black children. You know, they're a little bit different. They a little more to wrangle. We got 5 seconds left, 3, and we gonna see y'all later. Enjoy your life. Be fancy, be fashionable, and always, if you look good, you what?
Feel good.
And we are out, queens. Cover me
cute.
Bye. Like, and share. Thumbs up, like, and share. We love you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.